We have Stefano Pontecorvo, former NATO senior representative. He joins us from Rome. Stefano, good to see you. Did you ever think that you would see the day that neutral Finland would be fast-tracked into NATO and its neighbor, neutral Sweden, right in line behind it?
No, actually, you're perfectly right. I never thought we would see this. Neutrality was a dogma for a number of countries. Now I think the only ones left are the Swiss, so the Austrians are half and half, so to speak. No, I didn't think it was, but it is a response to a response to the Russian aggression, and unfortunately, the demonstration that in this world is more and more polarized, and you have to be on one side or on the other one.
So what do you think is next for Finland in terms of its role in the alliance? Are we going to see international forces show up there and start training exercises? Are they prepared to contribute 2% of GDP to the common defense?
I think from that point of view, not much changes, actually. It changes formally, it doesn't change substantially, because the Finns spend a lot more than 2% of their GDP on defense. They have been NATO partners for a long while. We've had exercises, to my mind, I don't think we've had NATO exercises in Finland, but we've had a bunch of NATO exercises with Finnish participation. What NATO gains as with Finland is a well-armed and well-conceived and well-trained fighting force. It earns also this 1,400 kilometers of frontier with the Russians, which I don't think will be problematic or too problematic because the Russians and the Finns are used to living with each other. Status have changed, but I don't think it'll be a contentious frontier. The big question is: will troops go in? Will foreign troops be
stationed there?
Finland, I don't think we're going to do that for a while.
Got it. And based on your observations of the entire situation, what is your sense of how long it will take Sweden to iron out its differences with Turkey so that it might join as well?
Well, Turkey has demonstrated that it can move very fast if its conditions are met. Now, I think it's wrong to discuss the legitimacy of security concerns. Political and security concerns are the sensitivity and the sensibility of the nation. And so, if you're requesting something from that nation, I think that you should go. You should do your best to go forward and reach them. So I think it really depends on how things go in Sweden. Turkey has been very clear on what it wants. The Finns have found out that it's not that difficult, and now it's up to the Swedes.
Yeah. It's really striking when you see this actually happening today, and we're going to see some of the pomp and circumstance surrounding it. We're going to see the NATO Secretary General speak, I believe, that in the lead up to the war in Ukraine, one of the biggest problems for Russia was NATO's expansion potentially. What was NATO doing? Where were NATO troops located and NATO weapons? And now the outcome of that war is exactly what Russia did not want.
That is correct. Now I think that in the end, the only real way you can end this is to get Ukraine, once this is all over, in NATO. It is, as you say, it certainly is a setback for Putin. He has misjudged everything from the military strength of Ukraine to the resolve of the West, and to his political calculus that he could pull it off. One must say that we must all remember that once he took Crimea, all went and played the matches of football in his country. So it was more or less, how can I say, legitimate for him to think that he could pull this one off too. That wasn't the case.
All right, Stefano, excellent to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Great to be back on the show. Thank you.